What? 6 minutes?
3 maximum.
Oh, we'll see how it goes.
Brian, how did the discovery of the Beatles come about? How did they enter into your life?
I heard about them through a lad who was asking for a record by them in one of my stores, or my family's stores, in October 1961. And I took up this matter to find out whether they had in fact recorded anything, and in the course of this I found out that they were a Liverpool group that I had actually heard of some time before, and I went down to see them in Liverpool at the Cavern Club, and it was there that I first saw them.
Were they essentially the same group then as they are now?
In personnel?
By that I mean in appearance and as far as the musical standpoint was concerned.
I suppose that they did look a bit different. The pictures show today, I suppose, quite a marked difference.
The reason I asked that is I was wondering if you had anything to do with that appearance.
Not particularly objectively, but obviously it is a very difficult thing. I hate saying that I had anything to do with it, because they created what they look like today. There's no question about it.
Well, what about build-up, though?
Well, I did everything that I could. Everything. Shouted from the rooftops.
What was involved there? Was there any one key that, opened the door to this tremendous success they now enjoy?
Not any one key, but a lot of things. Now, I believe that any success, solid success, is contributed to by many factors, not one single thing. The Beatles aren't the Beatles either because it's their name or because it's their haircuts, or any one. Some factors are more important than others. But everything has contributed, I think, with a lot of luck that we've had, to make them the success that they are.
Well, now, here in the United States, we hear that Ed Sullivan was primarily responsible for their exposure, their main exposure, as far as the U.S. public was concerned.
Well, I wouldn't say that this was entirely true. By the time that he booked the Beatles with me in November 1964, when I was actually over here with one of my own artists, Billy J. Kramer, and November 63, I should say, and they also had a lot of other records right up in the charts, so that the moment for those television programs was superb, in that it was just right. And our relationship with Sullivan is great, and I hope that the boys will be able to appear on the show again. So
you mentioned Billy J. Kramer a moment ago.
Yes.
Were there other stars that were responsible for it too?
Yes, Jerry and the Pacemakers, who's quite well known here, and Cilla Black is just beginning to get quite known record-wise. In fact, Billy J. Kramer have both, and Jerry have both been here separately before, and they're coming back in the fall, in October, to do a tour of the country together.
There's never been anything quite like the success of the Beatles. How long do you think it will last?
Well, this is impossible to say. And it also depends what you term success. I think they're going to be successful, in my estimation, a lot of other people's estimation, for many, many years. But obviously it won't be the same kind of success. It's obviously going to be a matured kind of success.
Do you have any rough estimate of how much money the Beatles have made so far?
No, it's impossible to say. And I wouldn't anyway. It's not nearly as much as has been exaggeratedly reported, and I don't think that it's a thing which the Beatles or I don't really think that it should be the public's concern.
Now, following this U.S. tour, will you be coming back to the United States?
Me personally.
I mean the Beatles.
The Beatles, I hope, will come back to the States, yes. Mm-hmm. But they wouldn't actually, I don't think they'd take on again as long a tour as this. But certainly, I'm coming back actually with Jerry and Billy later this year.
Are there any other plans for the Beatles, movies, albums?
Yes, they start work on their second film in February next year.
Fine, thank you.
Thank you.